Oh my gosh. I think we're good. Oh, we're not good. Hold on. Oop, there we go. Now we're good. Okay. Sorry, dude. It was a mad dash to try to get stream set up. I had to make a thumbnail in like 2 seconds. Basically. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, guys. Charles, numero uno today. Numero uno. Congrats, man. Zemo, how are you, man? Samuel, welcome in. Warlock, welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well. Wolverine, welcome in, man. Oof, Wolverine, a little bit delayed today. A little bit out of, I don't know, out of form. Currently in Diamond 2, you'll make your way up. All right, so we do have this nice new side quest here, but I think we'll do that tomorrow. I want to just take a nice chill day since we pushed for Valiant yesterday. And I can't fall super duper behind in Arena. So I think we're going to hit that up a little bit on the main account. Just have a nice little chill relaxation day, I think. And then we'll get into the side quest tomorrow. I also need to do a solo raid, actually. So let's go hop into a solo raid real quick with Venom. Starting 9.3, you're going to 100% explore each quest before advancing. How far do you get? It kind of just depends. Like, there's some paths you can absolutely blast through in 9.3 if you have the correct champions. But yeah, I don't think 9.3 is like inherently particularly challenging. There were a couple fights that were annoying, or a couple paths rather, but nothing I don't think you could handle. I'm sure you'd be all right. That being said, I'm gonna say you get to 9. You explore 9.1, 3.1, 932, and then you're probably in 933 when I finish stream. That is my prediction. But honestly, you could blaze it. You could get the whole freaking thing knocked out, honestly, and I would not be surprised. Good to hear that the side quest is nice, Charles. Hopefully none of the fights are too complicated. And then, just to give you guys an early heads up, and I will tell you tomorrow as well, this particular week we won't be streaming Friday because I won't be home. So just look forward, or look not forward to that, okay? Just to give you guys a heads up, you can plan to watch a different gamer. Or if you really need your hit of Be Dizzle, you can always watch my VODs. Whatever you gotta do. You can go watch me whoop the crap out of Cerastes again. I think I am gonna go with the ring light. It's really annoying to have here, but it makes the color look nicer. Okay. So yeah. Friday, I will be out of Townaruski. Going anywhere nice, I am, yeah. I mean, nothing crazy. I'm not like going to Fiji or like the Caribbean or something. If I were, I definitely would meet up with you, Samuel, on your yacht. But no, we're going to go to a hot spring. It's a bit of a drive, so we're staying out of town. That's why I won't be home. Just the wifey and I. It's going to be great. Hot springs are the best, man. If you have a hot spring next to your house, you know what I'm talking about. Or like accessible to you. It's just, you sit down in a hot spring, man. You don't even know your muscles are sore. And that you like... You can just melt into the water. It's the best feeling ever. Yo, I need a Dex, dude. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we got our Vicious. Honestly, I should throw a heavy so I don't have to worry about Unstoppable. Won't matter. He'll be dead soon anyway. So yeah, just something my wife and I like to do. Go and do something about like using a hot spring in the winter too is magical. You have an infinity hot spring, obviously. Is that even a thing? That sounds like a custom, like hot tub, an infinity hot spring. Or you just own all the land, so you naturally would have a hot spring somewhere, right? Ooh, there's like events. Yeah, okay, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I think it's awful. It's really stupid. You have to purchase an event thing. That's kind of crazy. Call of Duty kind of has that, which I think is super dumb. What is this? Oh, open stuff. Oh, so this is how you get Rhino's paywalled, huh? Very nice. I actually haven't seen this. I am very out of the loop for the game. You guys have no idea. Huh. Okay. Well, that's great, dude. I don't think there's a free-to-play way to get him, is there? You're not buying that? Yeah, nobody should buy that. Like, I know Kabam wants to try other ways to, like, get income for the game. That is not the move. Nobody should buy that. We don't want to encourage that. Because it's a slippery slope, man. It's a give a mouse a cookie kind of situation. It really is. But it has its own tab and like icon, which makes me think they want it to be a permanent fixture of the game. And I really hope it's not. Because like, dude, it's just going to go downhill fast. You know what I mean? What do these have in them? Valiant Nexus. Then Photogenic Foes event points. You get 1,000. Then this is a worse one, I assume. Oh, yeah. Profile picture. I wouldn't even buy those either, to be honest. And it's like $10 is kind of stupid for that too. Like you could maybe justify $2. Maybe. 10 though? Not really. Met a man on the Oregon Trail. He said his name was Terry. I laughed at him and said that's a girl's name. He shot me. I died of dysentery. Oh my gosh, dude. That's brilliant, dude. That's so smart, caveman. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. Oh my gosh. That's good. I really should be writing all these down. Or caveman, you can just send me the name of the book or the source of all these big brain jokes, man. Mainly so you can have a better chance to get right. Rhino's gonna be nuts, man. He is... Kabam is really doing their best to make Battlegrounds miserable if you don't spend money. They are trying their darndest right now. I'm just hoping I only run into Rhino like once a season, because I'm not like super duper high. You can play the content for free. I mean, yeah, it's just like paying for the rewards. I don't like things being paywalled at for any reason or like through any vehicle. I didn't like Human Torch being paywalled. I didn't like the Banquet Champions that were paywalled, right? I got Abs Man, which is cool, but I don't like the way that you had to go about getting him. I mean, technically I got him free to play, right? But you know what I mean. He's basically paywalled for most people. My case is quite the exception, I think. So yeah, I don't know, man. They're not gonna stop, so my complaining won't matter. And you know what? If that's what they have to do to keep the game going, they should keep doing it. Because at this rate, I don't know how many. There's not a whole lot of ways I feel like that you can monetize this game. I like that they're trying new things that like don't affect a lot of free-to-play players too much. Like the first appearance, the rainbow foil thing, that's nice. Yeah, there is a payment of some kind, I guess, Pat. That's a good point. Yeah, Rhino takes decreased bleed damage too, I believe. Which is problematic because Chielte has a sig where if they're bleed immune, she can deal with that. But if they bleed, but they just take reduced bleed, like, yeah, her bleeds will gain potency, but they're still going to have a massive hindrance to them. No worries, though. I'm sure we'll get a Rhino counter. I mean, Punisher is kind of supposed to be that guy, but I'm sure we'll get a couple more. Yeah, Caveman. I will say, like, they're very clearly with this Battlegrounds event just kind of testing the waters to see how it goes. But and so maybe they didn't want to make the rewards like too crazy because they were afraid of riots in the streets. But I think it's going to have the reverse effect. People just aren't going to buy it at all. I would be genuinely shocked if they made like over 10 grand on that deal. I mean, there are people unwise with money, but surely not that many people that would be that unwise. Yeah, like there's definitely options for Rhino, Charles. It's just they're not like highly effective, I guess. I mean, Valkyrie, like most people still probably don't have Valkyrie at all. And then on top of that, she needs to be sigged up. And then Punisher, a lot of people don't have Punisher at all. Like Chielte is like probably the best option off the top of my head. And that's assuming you can get her special one up and then keep Grit up, which is not usually too difficult, but Rhino can be because you have to dance around because he does his breach debuff, just stuff like that. He's just a very tanky, very tricky defender. Very tricky guy. We'll probably see more champions with Grit that are added, I'm sure. Beta Ray Bill? Yeah. Well, Anti-Venom would have to apply the decelerates, but once they stick and like once they're on. And then Beta Ray William. Oh, that actually hit. LOL. Trying to think. Yeah, I guess Beta Ray will. Do 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 do. Galenadine with the easiest power gain of my life. If it can be prevented by ability accuracy, it might be able to. That's interesting. Yeah, that would need to be tested. Yeah. Just not a lot of people want to rank up some of the champions. Like, the thing that I don't like is feeling like I need to invest in one champion that I don't necessarily like, just because there's a champion who's such a nuisance that I like just have to have an answer to them. And so I feel like it kind of like your hands are tied in a way, and you have no choice but to rank up a certain champion. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like taking the freedom away from the player in that way. I do not like it. But I mean, you don't technically have to do that, right? But it's just, there's so many matches if a champion is that good that are going to be decided by fighting that champion, and so you'd be a moron to not have some sort of counter. It's like never, like not taking anyone in your deck who could counter Serpent. Like Serpent is just so prevalent. You need some sort of Serpent answer. If not, you're going to have a really unfun time. Yeah, Spider-Man, if you can get that special one off. For surezies. Yeah, it would be like, part of it is just game balance, right? It's almost like impossible to avoid. And if it is impossible to avoid, I mean, you can still look at a champion and say, you know what, maybe we should dial it back just a bit. Like, I'm okay with Rhino having the kit that he has, but maybe let's not make him like as tanky as he is. Maybe we could try that out. Like, power creep is going to be in any game, and that's unavoidable to an extent, right? But that being said, you can still manage power creep, you know? And I feel like Kabam once in a while will just kind of let it go. And it gets out of hand, and then they have to pull it back a little bit. It's a constant fight. Yeah, I'm not playing any of the side quests today. I'm aware of where things are, though. Thank you. You'd have no reason to chase champs if they... I mean, yeah. I'm not saying you can't make a champion and then, like, make counters for that champion. I'm just saying the champion shouldn't be so busted as to make it so other champions just, like, basically borderline can't do that fight. Which is how it feels with the certain defenders in this game. What's up, Cade? Welcome in, man. Very nice. Congrats to you, brother. If it wasn't that way, BGs would be skill-based. I know. But that's another thing, right? Like, you need to reward people that spend money on the game. Otherwise, they won't spend money on the game. That's why there's games that are the way they are. With power creep and with, like, limited time access and early access and stuff like that. That's where their bread is buttered. So, I mean, I'm no, like, stranger to game design and how they have to do things to make money. I just wish they would do it a little bit less extreme sometimes. Because I don't like to have to spend a bunch of money to be competitive. I like to be able to play free to play. I mean, yeah, Elijah, I just think now you're moving the goalpost. I mean, you could make the argument that, yeah, any champ could do a fight. There's no fight you couldn't do. You could just go in, hit a couple times, die, revive, do the same thing. You're eventually going to kill them. The point is, like, some fights, it doesn't matter how good you are at the game. The defender is just BS. Like, that's just the way it is. Bang, Scorpion. I'm still upset that I did not get the 7-star, dude. But I get three copies of Hulkling. Crazy. Yeah, Counterfeit is really, he does that fight pretty well. Stays very topped up. Unless the guy you're fighting does not use willpower for some reason. But usually they do, and usually you're good. Dude, you could probably use Franken Castle against Rhino. Because your unstoppable would like clash with his unstoppable. And you wouldn't like it would, the breach wouldn't matter. I bet you could. Someone should try that. And then you have Incinerate, and I don't think he's Incin immune. Franken Castle. That would actually be pretty cool because Punisher kind of counters Rhino. And then also like Zombie Punisher. Sometimes he appears 3 times. That's a lot of Rhino, man. Yo, dog, we heard you like fighting Rhino. Oh, Silver Surfer. Just die, sir. I think this is the first time I've ran Arena since Banquet, you guys. It feels kind of weird. What is the format of that quest? Is it just like infinitely repeatable then? Whoa. That was weird. How is that not hitting Aegon there? What is the spacing on that? Dude, we're gonna only get triple Rhino encounters. I don't remember what it does, Samuel. I do not remember what it does. Otherwise, I would love to tell you. You probably have to run the quest, Caveman, to get like reset the fights. If I had to guess, I'm not sure. Someone could probably answer that question, but the revive farming, like if you don't get a revive, you still have to complete the quest to get it to reset. I would imagine it's similar. Ah, you suck. Nearly finished 931. I think I'm like decently on pace for my guess to be right. Oh, you did finish it? Just bad luck then, I guess. Does the side quest consume energy? Or is it like a cool side quest where it doesn't be lame like that? One energy? Dang it, man. Can't have nice things. Not cool. They're trying to steal all our full energy refills, guys. Don't let them. Be strong. Don't cave. And I was just wondering, I was like, is Shuri ever going to throw a special? Didn't feel like it. Forgot what ambush meant. Yeah, dude, we don't see ambushes too much anymore. That mechanic is quite old by now. You just used to get ambushed by like the golden symbioid or adaptoid, I mean. That was good times, man. Simpler times back when I didn't have rent. That's actually crazy to think about. I've been playing the game that long. I mean, technically you can still get ambushed. Like, you get ambushed in the back issues. It's just not in like any mainline story quests. Oh, my stomach is in knots right now, man. Why would you go and do the back issues? Well, farming revives. That quest has an ambush in it. Outside of that, I mean, stony cores, if you need them. Units, if you need them. Haha, you thought, dude. I had a relic ready to destroy you. They're kind of fun. Revisit like the old variant stuff. But you're right, there is absolutely no reason for it. A wild Cyclops has appeared. Yeah, it's like you're playing Pokemon, man. It's kind of fun. MCOC of the olden days. It's cool to see. You don't see really adaptoids either. I think those are still in a few of the back issues. I'm not quite sure, though. They might have been eliminated all the way. Yeah, none of those defenders are particularly crazy. You could crush the entire thing with Venom, probably. Yeah, that makes sense, Caveman. I actually have not revived farm myself in a little bit either. I haven't really needed to. The next time I revive farm will probably be, unless I decide to randomly do another Path of Necropolis, it'll just be the next Everest content. I might revive farm for 9.4, but I don't know, man. Like, we didn't use a lot of revives in 9.3, so I don't think I'll need to. I wish there was like a good potion farm. Obviously, everyone knows you can farm potions in Realm of Legends. It's just so inefficient. Inefficient. That's a new word. It's so inefficient. Those potions do basically nothing to a 7-star anyway. And if you're auto fighting, like, you still kind of have to keep after it. It's just not worth it. Wow, Thronebreaker even? That's crazy. What did I bother becoming Valiant for on the alt then, man? Oh, well. I still can't believe we got there. That was easy, too. That Cerastes fight was incredibly good. Very well done. Yeah. Yeah, the last time I did the same thing, Elijah, when I went to do Necropolis, and I went through with Wong, I farmed up like a disgusting amount of revives, and I barely ended up using them, man. I really underestimated how powerful Wong was, dude. Like, I knew he was like the best for that challenge. I didn't know he was that good. Oh, I thought that would miss me. But yeah, dude, he is an absolute beast in Necropolis. Him and Shield both. They both did really well. The Cheester. That stream was actually really fun. A little like buggy though. We were still trying to figure out multi-streaming. I think, knock on wood, we pretty much have it figured out now though. Really, Caveman? That's nuts, dude. Yeah. Man, for a champion who's been in the basic as long as he has. And I know you, man, you've opened a ton of crystals. That's shocking to me. Not sure exploration is worth it. I agree. I don't know if I'll explore either. That's why I said, like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. It would more just be like for content than anything. I don't really care much for the rewards in there. What's up, Nick? How are you, man? It's definitely enjoyable though. If you do like at least one clear with Wong, I very much enjoyed that. Yeah, Charles, just like it's an eventually thing. Yeah, that's crazy luck or lack of, Caveman. I mean, I'm getting to that amount of time with Spider-Ham pretty quick. He was one of the earliest in the basic to get added. Which I thought he was a launch 7-star, but I guess he's not. I know he was like directly after though, because he's been in the basic for a long time. You've longed to get Maestro? I mean, if you just finish one path in Necropolis, you get a 6-star. Isn't that good enough? I do think he's kind of cool. I think he's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Kind of fun. I still hate fighting him. I can't stand it. Glancing is so annoying. Glancing, like, it's got a few counters to it now. It's such an annoying ability. Drives me nuts, dude. Excuse me. Maybe you'll do it this weekend. Go for it, Elijah. Do it. Let me know how it goes, dude. I'm interested in how it went for you. I guarantee you that there will be solos with Wong for sure. At the very least, like single revivers. Nice, Nick. Honestly, I'm surprised you remember that. Once a Battlegrounds match happens, right out. It's just gone, bro. I forget it happened. Is rank 2 Wong good? You've got a rank 4 Chi. Definitely bring Chilth and Wiccan for sure. Wiccan is really good for the reverse control stuff for Grandmaster. And then Chilth is pretty usable. I used her in like a handful of fights. I would say rank 2 Wong would be fine. Your fights would be a lot longer though. Mine was rank 3 and he did fine. I bet at rank 2 you'd be okay. Honestly, Charles, I wouldn't put it past them. Just let people skip the stress of Necropolis and pay for the champion. But yeah, you could definitely do it with a rank 2 Wong, I think. You'd be just fine. You may want to consider bringing Vox if you have him. There's a couple champions that will auto block and he handles them quite well. Speaking of Vox, actually. Like Vox, I used... What did I use Vox for? I think Sam Wilson is who I use Vox for. And then I think I used him to finish off Psycho Man. The Psycho Man fight is probably one of the worst. You got a joke for you. Valiant Nexus crystals are better than 5-star crystals. Honestly, though, are they? No, they are true. Or they are true. I can't speak tonight. I should just stop. All right. I mean, you can still do those fights without Vox. He's just kind of nice because he basically ignores all the auto block. But I'm pretty sure every fight can be done with Wong. And there's guides out there, I'm pretty sure. Do I own all the champions in the contest? I do not. Like, I assume you mean like accounting for all rarities, right? Like, if I own at least one copy of a champion, that counts. If that's the case, I don't think so, because I don't have Dark Phoenix. And yeah, that might be the only champion I just, like, don't have a copy of them at any rarity, maybe? I don't know. I would have to take a long look at my roster and see who I am missing. I know for a fact that the 7-star rarity, I'm missing a bunch. Not like as many as most people probably are, just because I've been playing the game for so long. Like, that naturally caters itself well to having a pretty built-out roster. But yeah, I'm missing a handful of 7-star champions. Pretty much all the paywall champions I don't have. Missing a handful of champions in science class. Last I checked, that was the one I was missing the most in, but I've gotten some new science champs lately, so I don't know where that stands now. Where are the units? Dude, the units are... they were gone, and they are slowly finding their way back into my account. Don't you worry, stud. Welcome in, man. They are slowly but surely returning. No, dude, we have been avoiding arena like the plague lately, and that is not gonna bode well for the future. So we need to make sure we're doing arena, as annoying as it can be. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth. Man, I'm still fighting with rank 4s. That's crazy. It's a weird feeling having as many rank 4s as I have now. But no, what's wild with like having all the 7 stars or whatever, dude, there's people that spend thousands of dollars a year on this game and are still missing certain champions, dude. That is nuts. There's a lot of people with like big holes in their roster. If anything, that's one of the things that like keeps me from going too crazy in this game. I could drop easily like 500 bucks and not get anything good, and that always worries me. I would probably try and do them at the same time, Charles. Yeah, Elijah, I get that. That's a lot of MCOC. Arena is easy to get burnt out on. I always say it, like, honestly, I would not be grinding Arena to the near the extent that I do if I did not stream it. It makes it so much more enjoyable. Like, I've just been here completely on autopilot, and I've just been constantly reading chat. So it doesn't even feel like I'm playing it. If I couldn't do that, like, you pretty much have to play Arena while you're watching a movie or something. But even that gets old. Oh, never mind. Not the deathless things then, Charles. I mean, fully exploring Necro isn't too bad. It's just 3 paths, basically. You missed the Cosmic Sentinel bot? I need to check to see if I missed any of those minion crystal champs. I have a feeling I did, but I don't know. I'm definitely missing a lot of 2-star champions. I think a lot of people are, though. Always have a stream on in the background, like right now. Yeah, that's the way to do it, really. Back in the day before I streamed, I would usually do the same thing. Now I just only play on stream so I can talk to my buddies. We can all play Arena together. I'm pretty sure... Is it 6 paths? I thought there was a top, middle, and a bottom. Am I, like, making that up? I could have sworn it was, like, they come together. But I thought it was just 3 paths. Maybe it is 6. What are we eating today? Nothing right now, Abyss. Nothing right now. Welcome in, though, man. No, I could have sworn it's 3 paths. You can do top, middle, or bottom. Sounds like I lost my passion for the game. Not right now. I'm loving the game right now. But no, I mean, like, it definitely, like, has come and gone in the past. I've taken breaks. Otherwise my account would be way more stacked than it is. Came back last January. Welcome back, dude. Good to have you. But yeah, I mean, I think if I had handled the game management, at least for me, better, I probably would have never burnt out. I got in a very competitive alliance that expected way too much playtime. And I just did not like that. It felt like a full-time job, and it killed my love for the game for a little bit. So I took a break. Eventually I came back. I did not join into a crazy active competitive alliance. And things went a lot better for me. It is 6 paths? Okay. Never mind. I lied. I'm a liar. I don't know why I don't remember those other guys, though. Like, in my head, I'm only visualizing 3 paths for whatever reason. Huh. Pretty much missed 6 stars. What's great? It's pretty night and day. I mean, if you stopped in 2019, everything is so different now. The progression for this game is so much faster. Yo, what's up, Professor Alex? Ah, dude, I can't talk tonight, just so you know. What's up, Professor Execution? How you doing, man? How you doing? You come in here to harangue me, get me to go play raids and stuff. I did do my raid fights already. Now I'm waiting on revives. Oh, that's not true. I think I have like 1 revive, but I was saving it just in case. Yeah, that's smart, Elijah. And that's what I would recommend to most people. If you want to get the most out of this game, get you an alliance that is like reasonably active. Active enough that if you have a really awesome alliance event, you can get the top rewards. And then kind of like hang out around there. I better be. Dude, always. No, I'm on it. Yeah, because like if you're just stressing hardcore over every little death in war, or like, oh crap, you know, like let me rank up this guy because we have to have the optimal defender and I am the only one who has them, like that's just dumb. That's just dumb. And it used to be way worse. So alliances used to be awful. And if you stopped in 2019, you understand this. But dude, you had to hold all your crystals and all your rank ups for like a single day. You had to coordinate with your whole alliance to do that. And there was usually a minimum threshold of points you had to put up. That was my biggest pain point, is like, it just wasn't possible for me back then to put up anywhere near the points that they would want from me. And I would just not put up like what I needed to, and so it was impossible to stay where I wanted to be, unless I wanted to grind like nobody's business. People have been struggling on Prowler. Prowler's kind of a tricky defender. I don't think my group is the Prowler yet. We're on Spider-Man. At least the last I checked, and that was this morning, so. Prowler's tricky because, like, it's a lot harder to punish his specials. You technically can, and you can ignore entirely his miss gimmick. You just have to really time it. You can kind of stand still after he finishes a special attack and then attack occasionally. Like it's kind of a timing thing, though. It's very difficult. And then Sauron's not too bad. I've never struggled fighting Sauron. Silver Samurai's rank 3? Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that I have a lot more rank 4s, I am playing it like I'm ranking up a lot more like fun champions, just like champs I like to play. I'll probably get Danny Moonstar ranking up here soon, I think. Yeah, you just have to get the roll charges. That's like Spider-Man too, because that gives you the pursuit. $932. Oh my gosh, never mind. My guess might be wrong. You're kind of cooking. Maybe you'll run out of energy though. Now you try to do stress-free content only. I don't blame you. Yeah, I love Danny Moonstar. She can do a lot of stuff, man. She does not get the attention she deserves, I don't feel like. How many rank 4s am I at? I know it's in the double digits now. I don't know exactly how many, though. I would have to look. Come on, come on. No, your stupid sig ability, man. Oh, well. Anti-Venom is really good in raids. Probably a sleeper attacker. Could be, yeah. She plays so smoothly with how her miss works in her kit, or like her falter. All the mats for Nefaria, then you had to switch roles with a lane mate and had to use it all on Anti-Venom. Yeah, Anti-Venom's a good investment. You're up to 31. Wow, nice. Giving almost to where you can give Caveman a run for his money. Caveman's got a ton of rank 4s. I'm pretty sure the dude's plugged into the system. He's cheating. Play that arena. Oh, don't talk to me that way, sheep. You're gonna get banned, dude. You get the ban hammer. Nah, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, dude. No need to parry. Yeah, exactly. She's just really good for, like, if you can't parry or you can't stun. She has slow, and her debuffs are passive, like her slow debuff. It's really nice. Oh, okay. That's base. Yeah. All right. Should you rank for Anti-Venom? If he is max sig, go for it. I said almost, Caveman. I said almost. I didn't say it was a run for your money. It was almost. Almost on the horizon of giving you a run for your money. Not quite there. Not quite there. So he doesn't, and he does. If you want to use him to where he's like way strong, he does. But you can get good usage without it. You can get good usage without his sig at all, or just like low sig. But he's much better at max sig. Like, it makes a pretty big difference. Like, I would say no sig, he's a good champion, and then max sig, he's probably goes to great champion. Yeah, Anti-Venom's nuts, Elijah. Dude, honestly, Sheep, that's not a bad idea. I actually forgot. I have 200 SIGs burning a hole in my pocket as well. That wouldn't be bad for me to invest in either. My Anti-Venom is not awakened though. But yeah, you can just block everything all day, which is really awesome. And really, really helpful in a lot of different scenarios. I wonder if Dazzler can dex this pretty okay. Nope. I mean, I was a little early though. Yeah, 120, that seems just like you don't need max sig. High sig though is really good, and then even max even better, obviously. Dude, that's so many, Elijah. You want to send a couple my way, broski? That's rough, Sheep. For a while, I had 2. And I don't even remember who I used them on, to be quite frank with you. But I'm pretty sure they're not in my stash anymore, so I put them somewhere. One was used to awaken Spider-Woman, I think. And then I don't know what the other ones went towards. Oh, yes, definitely max sig crossbones. It makes a big difference. Yeah, Prowler is a beast. Dude, I really want to pull Prowler. He's on my list with Spider-Ham as well. What's up, Vibes, over on Twitch? How are you, man? I just saw your message. I don't know how long ago you sent that, but I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, dude. Yeah, Caveman. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree. I'm glad you fell on that sword for me, though, so that I did not have to test her at rank 4. I appreciate you, man. You the best. Yeah, I don't like it. I think like the stabby mode is fun. It's just the damage isn't quite there. The regen is not quite there where I'd want it to be. Like it's all just close, but no cigar. And there's like minor changes I would like to make to make her better. I think when you're in your stabby mode, which is what I'm calling it, you need some sort of power control. Like it's just so dumb. If you don't KO, you're basically just eating a special 3. You could alternatively give her an indestructible, right? That could be a solution. So she can just eat a special 3 and then you don't get punished for playing the champion how they're intended to be played, which I don't like about some character design, right? Bang. Or you could just have it so your stabby mode just gives no power. You need something, man, because you can bait the special 1 to where they have 0 power bar and just like stabby all the way up to a special 3, and I don't like that. And I feel like the damage is underwhelming. But what's up, Jack? How are you, man? I do really like the stabby gimmick. I know like I'm talking a lot about that, but I do. It's very unique and very fun. Glad to hear it. Hope you're enjoying the game right now, man. Why is the sound on Frankencastle sound weird? Huh. It sounds like really quiet for some reason. Huh. Okay. Windmill me. No, it's a lot easier than you would think, Samuel. Dread Emperor Doom is not as bad as you would think. Boring, repetitive, yes. I don't think he's super difficult though, no. She's fun? Yeah, rank up champs that you think are fun. She's just, I like to have fun and like good. And she doesn't quite meet the goodness level that I would like a champion to be at for me. You think this person knows they spelled gypsy wrong? Oh, snap. You're dreading fighting Dread Doom. I see. You're thinking of Lotan, Caveman. Lotan is 9.2, I think. Absolutely destroyed. Her damage is a lot better when she's awakened, man. Do 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 do. Yeah, it is nice. He's gonna catch me. Like, there we go. Man, this guy's using unfazed in arena. Get out of here. With recoils? What is he up to, man? What? Oh, dude, take defending masteries out of arena, please. That stuff is so dumb. Oh, B2, Elijah. I wish this would be my biggest plea to Kabam if they were listening and watching right now. Please pump out story content faster, dude, because EQ is just the same nodes all the time. It gets repetitive. And like I get it. Okay, you want something monthly to put out. You don't want to spend all the time and manpower to make it unique. Fine. But dude, story content is so fun. It's so cool to see their reimaginings of bosses. They do such a good job for the most part. And it's just awesome. It's just fun. Okay. I hate how long you have to wait for a new chapter, though. It is the worst. From beta to release should not be multiple months. Okay. If you have something in beta, that shows to me that it's pretty dang near finished product. You just need to maybe switch a couple things that people might have problems with, or a couple fights that might be bugged. And then it should release like the next month. Oh my gosh. I wish upon a star that they could give us story content faster. That, I agree. That is like my favorite thing to do in the game as well. Yeah, try and use Silk for Dread Emperor Doom if you can. She's really good. Really good for that fight. Let's go there. Take defending masteries out of the game. I wouldn't mind that either. Just making masteries one-sided. I think there's a pretty good argument to be made for that. That like champions already have very complicated kits now because power creep. For the most part, there's exceptions to that rule, but like we already have to juggle so many abilities and so many interactions in the game. And then if you're in battlegrounds or any questing content, you have to also think about the nodes at the same time. Or I guess this wouldn't apply to questing. This would just apply to battlegrounds and arena. Duh. But yeah, you shouldn't also have to try to guess which mastery somebody has. You shouldn't be scared to throw a heavy attack because they might have stand your ground. You shouldn't be scared to play Nefaria with his evade mechanic on parry just because you think they're going to have unfazed and then destroy you. I don't like that. There's already enough nodes. You don't need to add like masteries as a node because that's like kind of what they are. They're like mini nodes. Definitely in arena, but I mean, it's less of a problem in war and stuff because you can really plan for that a little better. Or like battlegrounds and arena, you just have no way of knowing what mastery setups might be. I don't know. It's just annoying to me. Oh yeah, Northstar. I did use Northstar a little on Doom as well. I preferred Silk though. Silk has her like automatic evade mechanic that can help a lot. Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm ever needing revives and stuff that much. But I guess I'm probably the minority player. That's what I always have a hard time with, is like I stream this game for hours a day. Most people aren't playing as much as I am. So it's easy for me to sit here, the guy who does everything the day it comes out, basically, and demand more content, because obviously I want more content, you know? So I have to try to weigh things against each other. But me, myself, I am a glutton for story mode. I want to do all the story mode. But I understand the other view. I just play this game a gross amount of time. You could probably use Paviter Pravarkar, since he has a multi-hit as well for Dread Emperor Doom. You can use Domino too. That's another one people were using. Yeah, Charles, it's problematic, man. Yeah, at least we get story mode. I just wish it was a little bit less rehashed from month to month. Okoye would probably work just fine. Like, you would have to, I would maybe do a once-over read of his abilities to see if there's anything that would stop you, but probably she'd be okay. Yeah, yeah, you'd have to light with Okoye. I don't know how you do that. Those are the multi-hits. I mean, technically you can use Okoye though, yeah. You want the first medium hit to be double. Okoye double hits on the light. Yeah. So you could use her. Yeah. I mean, you can use Groot. You can use literally anyone in the game. That's the glory of that fight. But multi-hit champions are the best. But yeah, you could use Paviter Pravarkar. His first medium is the only one that matters, and that's the double hit. You could take Okoye to get you there. Honestly, too, one thing I realized for that fight, too, like, you don't have to force a double hit champion. If you have a, like, what I would consider a comfort pick champion, like, for me, there are just certain champs that when I play them, I play better. It's in my head for sure, but like, that is a legitimate thing. If I'm playing Count Nefaria, I just feel better at the game. Divorced from his insanely busted abilities, okay? I just feel like I can dex, I can intercept much better. If you have a comfort pick like that, that can be a good champion to use as well. The multi-hit champions are just going to get you through the fight faster. So if you have like an intersection of both of those things, that's probably your best option. But yeah, I mean, I used single hit champions too at some points for that fight, and I did just fine. So don't let us like try to peer pressure you into like Silk or Domino or something, because you really can use anybody. And if you're going to play just better with one champion, just bring that champion in. You're that way with Scream? Yeah, it's a real thing, man. Back in the day, it used to be superior Iron Man for me. I just felt supremely confident whenever I took him into a fight. Yeah, Silk's animations, like, it's kind of ironic, but like feels silky smooth. I do think Silk is a really well put together champion. You can dex better with Lady Deathstrike. Yeah, it's the somersault, man. It's the somersault. It is, dude. It's the little tuck and roll. It just feels fun. So yeah. Use Spider-Man? Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, Silk's special evade. Very strong. Dude, you could use Falcon Joaquin Torres if you wanted to. That would be a huge flex. That would be a massive flex. I think I ended up using Count Nefaria a lot for that fight, actually. And then I just started reviving Silk, I think. Please KO. Yeah, Joaquin, dude. I need to take him to rank 4 too. Not just Danny. I love me some of the Joaquin Torres. Lee, what's up, man? Welcome in. You watched a semi change lanes and smoke a car? Oh no, dude. Stopped and pushed her car, tried to help out. Driver charged with reckless driving. Oh my gosh. I hope everyone was okay. It sounds like maybe that might not have been the case. Oh. That's scary, man. When you witness a car accident, it's like it puts you face to face with your own mortality. That's for sure. Oh, this was an awful champion. I need to pay attention more when I'm making my fights for Arena. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm glad you're okay, Lee. I'm glad you weren't involved in that. That would have sucked, man. I enjoy having you around stream. I've seen, I didn't see it happen, but there was one time I was driving. So I've said it multiple times, but I've done a lot of delivery jobs in my past. I don't do that anymore, but so I've spent a lot of time on the road, and I have seen some things during my tenure. And one of the things I saw was a semi that had gone off the highway, and the trailer in the back of the semi, and I actually think I have a picture of this, but it was ripped in half. I don't know how it happened, so I'm assuming they hydroplaned or took a turn too tight and there was ice. They just slid off the freeway, and their car fell in such a way where it, like, the trailer sheared itself off because there was no other car there. It was just the semi, and it was just completely ripped in half, which was wild. Probably the craziest thing I've seen. I've also seen an RV that was just completely mangled and like super mashed in, but that doesn't sound as impressive. You would have had to see that one. Oh, that's rough, Nick. Welcome to the road. I've been in, let me think. I've been in 2 accidents. One I was driving and one I was the passenger. The first one was I was driving to the store with some buddies, and we were just driving on like a main road, right? And there was this chick who was kind of on a side road trying to turn onto the road, going the opposite direction that we were. And this whole time, dude, we were just driving. We watch her slowly easing her car out onto this main road. And we were like, surely she's going to stop, right? Like, we're obviously here. We're in a bright red car. She's going to know we're there. She didn't. She just T-boned us. She's never stopped driving. It was so dumb. I was like, really? That she had to have been intoxicated or something, man. But the craziest thing, it totaled our car. Her car was left like completely untouched, and it was so dumb. It was so, I mean, obviously she's liable, so repairs and stuff, no big deal. But like, and we were all fine at the end of the day. So, and that's all I really care about when something like that happens. The car is like secondary at that point. But yeah, dude, I that one was hilarious. The second one actually happened to me while I was on the job. I was making a delivery, and I was in a GMC truck. I don't know what model or whatever or make. But anyway, GMC, and we had like a custom bed, so like it had like metal gates and stuff on the back. It wasn't like your stereotypical truck bed. And I was just driving down the road, and this guy was in a really long line of cars in the middle turning lane, and he decided to just get back on the main road. And I don't know if he didn't check for me or what, but I was just driving along. All of a sudden, I just felt a bunch of resistance, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I was like, oh, cool, I just hit a car. That's awesome. So he pulled over. Nothing had happened to my truck. But again, like the front of his truck was just obliterated. On my truck, it had hit that custom bed, which was just all metal, all truck bed liner. Like, it was just tough. And it just like ripped his whole front area off. It was great. So that was fun. So no accident I've been in was my fault. It's all just other people. But that's never a situation you want to be in, man. I'm just glad none of my collisions were fatal or anything like that. Like, people, like, sometimes people, if they want to make fun of you for not wearing a seatbelt or for wearing a seatbelt, it's dude, it's other people on the road. It's never, at least hopefully it's never, you're wearing a seatbelt because you're bad at driving, right? Like, you just can't plan for things like that. That, like, accidents just happen. I know that sounds cliche, but dude, you need to be wearing a seatbelt. You need to be doing stuff like that because it can come out of nowhere. Like, every single time I got into those accidents, you don't wake up thinking it's ever going to happen. I don't think you ever think you're going to get in an accident, man. Be prepared. Be prepared. Can't stress it enough. For those of you fellers that can't drive yet, just know that to wear your seatbelt, if you do, just wear your seatbelt, okay? That's important stuff. If there's one lesson you take away from stream today, I want it to be car safety. Oof. That sounds brutal, Samuel. I know stuff like that, they can make like shoes that are thicker on for 1 foot to try to like even it up. I don't know if the like length difference is close enough to do that or not, but I know that is a thing. But yeah, man, cars are scary. It's always crazy. Like, even if you're going like 25 miles an hour, you're still going ridiculously fast. He's got that too? Okay, yeah. I'd probably want to go for the shoes. Although they do kind of look a little bit goofy. Depending on how big that gap is. Been in too many close calls to not wear a seatbelt, right? Yeah, it's just, you can never prepare for anything. Gotta be in a seatbelt, man. You know what? Yeah, let's fight Carolina, dude. Got a guy watching coming down a hill in the rain till he was almost at the bottom and then pull out in front of me when you're 20 feet away. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, dude, some people are stupid. It's like, not, I mean, I'm not, it's just some people just shouldn't be on the road, man. And that, like, you just got to watch out for it. You just got to watch out for it. And sometimes too, like, you'll have a brain freeze or something and it'll be your fault. Like, you just got to do all you can to stay awake and alert, man. But yeah, like, like I said, I've spent more time on the road than most people, I think, just by virtue of the jobs I've done. I've seen so many moron drivers. There's so many people out there that should not have a license, dude. So many people. Did I see your and Elijah's message? Yeah, about the AI being stupid. Yeah, they'll just throw specials when they want. Just wait until AI 2.0. That's going to be the best. Yeah, I'm glad too, Lee. I'm glad nothing... I'm glad you were protected, man. Your daughter has a learner's permit? Oof. That must be pretty stressful, man. I know I was probably a little bit stressful when I first got my permit. Dude, parallel parking petrified me. I still avoid it like the plague, don't get me wrong. But I was so scared of like stuff like that when I started driving. Bang. Two things whose boundaries are truly limitless: the universe and human stupidity. Oh my gosh, truer words have never been spoken, Samael. Welcome in, by the way, man. Not some people, most people. Yes, dude. People use their phone while driving. Don't do that either, guys. Please don't. If you're going to use your phone while driving, don't. Okay? Pretty good rule of thumb, I say. Pretty good. Like, dude, like when Pokemon Go came out, oh my gosh. That was so bad. There are so many people driving around looking for Pokemon. I would be so interested, and you probably can look it up. I wonder if it made a difference in like the amount of collisions that were due to Pokemon Go. It was yeah, don't be on your phone. Like, what? There is nothing worth it enough to pull your phone out while you're driving. Nothing. A death in the family? Yeah, you want another death in the family? You know, like, there is no good reason, man. Pull over. Like, if pull over, use Bluetooth. Like, you just don't, please. Like, just don't. Even if you're at a stoplight, you know, like, don't be that guy, because you usually just don't know if the light turns green and then the guy behind you is annoyed. Like, it's not worth it. Just be nice, okay? Put the phone away, throw it in your back seat. It's not worth it. Oh, she better not, Elijah. That's good parenting, man. Oh, I had a unstoppable. I always hate accidentally using that. Oh well. On the subject of vehicles, love it when drivers think you're going too slow. Dude, I know. I'll be going the speed limit sometimes like a couple miles over, and people will pass you and you can tell they're just pissed off, or they'll just ride your tail. I always got to chuckle at myself for that. But yeah, when you catch back up to him, Charles, yeah, man. I actually had that happen to me today. I had a guy speed around me on the freeway, and then I'm just kind of, you know, just going the speed limit, hanging out, driving into work. And I'm like, I roll up to a stoplight and I'm like, hey, buddy, who is going 10 miles an hour faster than me. Was the speeding worth it? It sure seems like it got you there quick. Wow, dude, you're so quick. Like most of the time, it's just not worth it. Sometimes, yeah, you'll get to a destination faster, but I can't tell you how many times I've met the same guy who sped by me going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and we're at the same red light. We're at the same. All drains lead to the ocean, my friend. All of them. All of them. Just go the speed limit. Be safe. You're not in jeopardy of getting a ticket. And you're probably going to get there at the same time I will. You probably will. Speeding only makes a huge difference in terms of like your arrival time if you're traveling like 3 hours away, dude. Like, and it's still not worth it. Oh, you drove a box truck for years? Dude, I've been there, Elijah. Yeah, I am a very conservative driver, or I try to be. You have jammers in your work trucks, and that's legal? Lee, I'm surprised. I feel like that would be illegal. I mean, that's pretty cool though. As long as they can get to emergency services, it's probably fine though. Spidey, what's up, man? But yeah, that's a good policy. Like it sounds like a ticky-tacky thing, but it's a big deal. It really is. It's too easy to be in La La Land and just not pay attention. And then all it takes is a second. Nah, what I hate too is like the LED beams that are like, people don't angle them properly. And so you're just blinded your entire drive. That's great. Man, you guys, you got me talking about a subject I'm actually deeply passionate about. Like, I have so many road opinions. You guys have no idea, man. Was it lonely? It was. I cried a few tears, Spidey. You can ask anyone here. I wept openly. You stare at them at lights. Yeah, some people crack me up, man. Oh, all the trucks have OnStar? I guess that works then. If they don't like it, find another job. I looked at buying a phone jammer just for fun one time, and I think they're illegal where I live. Because, like, I remember being able to find them on, like, certain websites before, and now I can't find them. This was, like, it was, like, 15 years ago. I was a kid, and I just wanted to buy a phone jammer and turn it on in school just to see, like, teachers freak out and stuff. I didn't. I should have pulled the trigger on that one, but I did. From what I understand, though, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're easy to make if you have some decent technical know-how. I don't encourage that, obviously, but, you know, if it's legal where you're at, it could be a fun prank, man. Not paying to drive distracted? Yeah, that's a good policy to have, man. Shouldn't be texting or driving. You do sometimes. Call your father or mother when you do that. You put your phone on speaker. Yeah, put your phone on speaker or Bluetooth. And if you need to dial, pull over. Or if there's literally not a soul around you and you're at a stop sign, that's like where I would think could be okay. If you can do like hands-free kind of stuff, do that when you can. The way I see it is like, dude, so like that guy or whoever client can get mad at you for not picking up your phone all they want. But dude, like, it's better to be chewed out for that than they can't chew you out at all because you're in a casket. Like, that's just the way it is, man. That, dude, this is going to be my next MCOC video upload. It's going to be driving safety with B Dizzle. Dude, yeah, Android Auto and CarPlay. My only problem I have with CarPlay is it destroys my phone battery. I don't know if it's just my phone or if it's every phone. It just gets absolutely murdered. Road rage, yeah. Road rage is a big thing. I really like kind of started off with it like but I've kind of gotten to the point now where I usually will just try to give them an explanation. One thing that's interesting, back when I went to college, I took psychology, right? When something like that happens, we are psychologically hardwired to assume bad intentions for people. So if somebody speeds around you and does something stupid like that, our natural gut reaction, and this is basically everyone unless you're a saint, is that person is stupid or they don't know how to drive. And you know what? That's probably true in a lot of cases. But that's always what we jump to as humans. That's just a survival instinct kind of thing. We are hardwired in for defense and presuming that person is a threat, and we associate them into a negative box and we give them a negative explanation for why they're doing something that we perceive as bad, right? So what I try to do to try to fix any sort of like road rage or any frustration that it may lead to, I'll try to give them an excuse. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they are speeding because they just had a bunch of ice cream and they're lactose intolerant, right? Because that's a big deal. If you've been there, you know how bad that is. And you know what? Go a couple miles over the speed limit. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I mean, it's not okay, but I could live with that. Okay. Or maybe their grandmother is on the floor and they're going to die. Who knows? Because we don't know what other people are going through. And that helps me, right? That helps me with my road rage a lot. If I just imagine like a righteous pursuit for why they're behaving like an idiot. Or, you know what? If they're all over the road, maybe they were up all night and they're just barely making ends meet for their family and they're trying to go into work so they don't get fired. And that helps me a little bit. You know, I still do get a little frustrated when people are stupid on the road. That also is just a good thing for life, by the way, guys. It's very important to try to look at things from an optimistic perspective for other people. Also, why am I doing 0 damage to this man? I know he has armor ups, but like they're not... They shouldn't be that potent. Installed new TVs in each classroom. Chose the same model as your friend. That's hilarious, Wolverine. That's so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. That's so good. I would love to do a prank like that. Oh my gosh. That's golden. And if only I knew how to play Mantis properly, I could do the correct damage rotation. I think you like combo into your sleep and you hold it for the Furies. I just don't remember how. If you tune into a B Dizzle stream, you get a point taken off your license. Yeah, I'll take a point off your license. As much as I like having you guys watch the stream. By the way, go ahead and like the stream if you're enjoying what you're watching. And this deeply elaborate explanation on car safety. But yeah, guys, go ahead and like the channel. Thank you very much. But yeah, man, I like people watching my channel, but not if it's going to cost you your life. Yeah, bro, at this point, like, I'm sure you guys feel very similarly. If I see a grown adult get mad, I'd chuckle, dude. Road rage, if they're getting road rage or if they're just in public, like throwing a hissy fit, I laugh. It's the funniest thing to me watching somebody who's like 50 get up in arms about something that's just ridiculous. It's so, and just throwing a temper tantrum, dude. I can't take it. It's so funny to me. Someone flips you off on the road and it's like, dude, I'm driving this speed. What are you like? Okay. Real mature, dude. Cracks me up. Oh, Wolverine, that's brilliant. Or like blow the speakers. They probably, did they ever catch him? Because that would be golden too if they never figured it out and they just thought the TVs were broken or like the school was haunted. That is a wonderful prank. I wish I would have thought of something like that. We didn't have TVs though. We had, so I was going to school during like the overhead projector advancement. So we had overhead projectors, but like not for very long at all. We very quickly went to the projector and like smartboard and like whiteboard setup. So there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for shenanigans. They never got him. Oh gosh. That's legendary. I would leave the remote like with someone else. Unk be dizzle. Yeah, overhead projectors are pretty old. But no, dude, you're absolutely right. I am an uncle. I am an uncle. By definition. He made a pressure bomb? How? I mean, maybe I shouldn't ask. We don't want to teach people how to make explosives. Unless it's like super rudimentary, like he was putting something that was steaming inside of a bottle and that was going to explode. Or somehow he got a hold of dry ice. You tell me look cute? Lee, that would be so uncomfortable, dude. Am I a father? I've been known to be called a father in different ways for different things. I'm the father of dill pickles. That's what he did? Okay, that was actually a good guess. I'm surprised they were attentive enough to stop him from doing that, though. Most people would just see that and completely ignore it. Oh, Spider-Man is tough until you get like despair rocking. Feels like you're hitting into nothing. Or like you're not hitting anything. They just regen everything. He's good though. The Spider-Man matchup in Arena was so bad before I put points into despair. Oh, Samuel, I think dude. So let me tell you. So I texted her this morning after I'd gone to work because she's asleep when I leave. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, yeah, I just wanted to see how you were doing after your experience yesterday. I kid you not. She texted me back, what experience? And I was like, wait, really? You don't remember what happened? And then I sent the pickle gif and she's like, oh my gosh, it must have been so traumatic. I blocked it out. Like she had just completely spaced. I don't know how. And then when I brought it up, she, you know, sending all the like gross reactions you would expect. But no, she's doing okay. She made a full recovery already, actually. She definitely did try to compartmentalize and like delete it from her brain though. She probably won't eat one for like another 10 years. Oh, the explosive happened. Okay. I have Elijah, I have upstairs neighbors. And I am a very loud individual. The mic, I think, saves you guys a little bit. I have very much, my whole life, actually, my parents have always gotten mad at me for being too loud. Grandparents, even. I have a pretty naturally loud voice. Also, my freak out reactions get pretty loud. I mean, did you see the Spider-Ham video? That was louder than a jet engine. Glad she's sorry, not sorry, but glad she's okay. No, she's doing fine, man. She's not allergic or anything. She maybe should be, though. Then she would never have to eat them in her life. If I were her, I would actually like make a make-believe allergy so that she could never be like pressured into that again. Yeah, yesterday's stream was legendary. That was fantastic. We absolutely bodied Cerastes, but also my wife ate a dill pickle, which is huge. What, Charles? Okay. I seem to be a good father. Wait, how would you? Wait, what? How could you say it? Like, how did you? Trying to think about this. I seem like a good father. Do you mean I would be a good father? That's probably what you mean. Yeah, I do think I would be a good father. One more path in 932. Dude, you know what? I think I'm on the money with my guess, because I guessed when stream ended, you would be in 933, but not done. And that's right about where you're going to be. Yeah, it would be a good father. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I would be. I do think I'd be a good father. Yep. All right, so we got this king fight here against however you pronounce this guy. Jurkach. That feels like it'd be a CH. Jurkong. Did you guys see the actor for Kratos got announced? That's pretty cool, huh? When did I graduate from high school? When I finished the last grade in school. I actually never graduated. No, I did. I did not go to graduation, though. You could not pay me to sit through boring speeches. And those of you that are still in school, those of you that have already been through it probably understand. Graduation cap and gowns are a stupid expense, man. They're so expensive, and you most of the time are renting them. It's so dumb. And I was like, hey, mom, hey, dad, let's save the money from spending on a cap and gown, and we go out to eat for dinner or lunch or whatever instead of going to a boring speech. And so that's what we did. And I got my diploma mailed to me, and life was fantastic. I talked to all of my friends afterwards, and they were like, dude, you dodged the biggest bullet on this planet. I recommend you guys do that as well, by the way. Listen, you know what? Like, not every graduation is going to be boring as watching paint dry, but mine absolutely was. Because I have some siblings that had graduated there. So I knew what to expect. And yeah, dude, I don't regret that. That shocked all my friends' parents, though, man. They were like, oh, no. No, it's a good thing. And like, I'm sure it's like kind of cool to get your diploma and, you know, officially graduate with the homies. But I can't sit in one place for too long. That's just kind of the guy I am. Honestly, it's how I've always been, dude. Like, I just need to get up and I need to go different places. That's why I've always had delivery jobs. I've never had a desk job, anything like that. It would drive me nuts. Just can't do it. Sitting through an hour-long assembly at school was bad enough, let alone like graduation. Elijah, it's not. I'm not that old, broski. Charles, you graduated in 2008. Man, time flies. Graduation was awesome. Yeah, I mean, like different schools probably make it much more enjoyable. I just know mine was so boring. Luckily, I got out of going to my siblings' graduation, but I just remember, dude, my parents getting home and going, "Oh, that was so boring," for both of them. Class of 99, dude, right under 2000. Got right under the gun. Man, no, maybe not. Never mind. Never mind. Dude, I'm so glad I'm done with school now. The thing I loved about school is like constantly seeing the homies. Homework, tests, sitting through class. I was not a big fan. Survive Y2K? Well, congrats, dude, on being a survivor. Congratulations. Honestly, like, you guys kind of got to live through the glory days, I feel like. Well, ish. Everything was like mostly chill around like in the 90s, from what I understand. Obviously, I can't speak from experience, but just looking back and hearing about it, it seemed like it was a pretty chill time period. Oh, you're so cooked, Fox. Yeah, Big Dad. I actually like using Destroyer. His Unstoppable, when he dashes, is like ridiculously helpful. AOL dial-up. Yeah, dude, dial-up. 90s was pretty dope. Yeah, dude, the 90s had a bunch of cool stuff, man. I like watching those videos about like the different like decades and like the toys that the kids had and like stuff like that. Sure, you know what? Kids in the 90s were getting access to insane elements that you definitely would need a license to get now. But like, that was cool, man. Like, they were just like, here, put it in this chemistry set. We don't care. Now everything is like hyper regulated. You got to use kid gloves for every little thing. Like, the 90s was just more free and open and mellow. Unfortunately, we'll never be able to go back. And like the economy, like it's never been perfect, but it was in a pretty good spot. You know, just good times. Just good times. Now, that being said, okay, we do have a lot of really sweet things now that I don't think I would want to trade in. But, you know, it's a cool time period. It would have been cool to, like, be a fly on the wall or live back then. Not being able to use the internet because your sister was on the phone. Yeah, I never had to deal with that. We did have dial-up internet for a little bit, though. But I don't think our phone affected the internet, at least not that I remember. But I might have been... I don't know, maybe I just never encountered that problem. Nowadays, people don't even have a home phone. Yeah, Pat. School does seem like a little bit more... So ultimately, I think school is a good thing. It can teach you a lot of like learning abilities. But yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of things they neglect to teach that I would really like to teach. And then, yeah, I mean, like some things are propagandized a little bit in school for sure. Not to get super political. I don't want to get super into the weeds, but I think school is ultimately a net good. But I do agree. There could be huge improvements made to it. In the 90s, you thought you could work a job and buy a house. Oh, yes, you did. How naive. You should have bought Bitcoin. Just kidding. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Being able to work at your local grocery store and buy a house. Wow. Can't imagine. Or buy a house for a dozen eggs from your hen. You had a separate line for dial? Okay, if that was a thing, that's probably what we had. Because I don't remember our phone messing up dial-up. Yeah, dude, we had... And you'd hear that, like, really weird, like, high-pitched noise when you were using the computer. I remember that. To be... Okay, my parents were kind of El Cheapo, though, so I... Like, they left dial-up internet, like, fairly late, I think. Later than all my friends did, I know. But it was miserable trying to do schoolwork with dial-up internet. Oh my gosh. And then the iPods like started rolling out. Zune. You don't hear that anymore. I don't even know if Zunes exist anymore. Those were like the thing. And then the iPod Touch. And then Apple just completely obliterated the market for a long time. Whew. I will say, watching technology evolve as quickly as it did with like touch phones and stuff, that is absolutely mind-boggling. I remember like the slide out keyboard was next level. And now we have phones that you can like foldable touch screen phones. And like touch phones are the standard now. They're not like the gimmicky thing that only Apple had. And like the touch screens are accurate as heck. Like, man, technology's wild. You'd go back to the 70s and 80s in a heartbeat. A time before the internet is beautiful. I think, yeah. I can see both things. Like, I enjoy a ton of the luxuries of life we currently have. I really wish you could bring those to the past, though, where like people would interact with their neighbor. I think that's a huge deal. Like, you'd actually see people outside at the park, and it wasn't just because they, like, I don't know, like, had to for a class or something. Like, people actually would stop in their car on their way home from work and talk to their neighbor. Stuff like that. I do think like the antisocialness of the internet has definitely decayed like the societal fabric for sure. Man, I like, you can get really deep into the weeds of like what you think is like wrong with everything right now. I think there's so many factors that we've just neglected to address over time, and it's like gotten to the point where it's almost impossible to salvage. I think you have a Zune in your closet and it still works. Okay, man, that's cool, dude. That's freaking sick, actually. Keep that forever, dude. That's a piece of history. Dude, car cell phones? Oh, yeah. I never seen one. I know what they look like, though. Or, like, I never seen one in person. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, tech back in the day, how it was just, like, huge and blocky. Man, it blows my mind when you look at, like, the internals of an iPhone. And you just think, like, wow, that's an iPhone. Like, this is just small little chips. Like, how does this even work? It blows my mind. Like I'll think about it pretty frequently. I'm like, dude, we took rocks, okay, and we like refined them and we ordered them in this certain way so that they could have memory and process information from the sky, and we can like shoot signals over to our neighbor and we could talk to somebody around the world. It's insanity, man. It is crazy. Which makes it all the more weird that I feel like we haven't done much in the last 10 years. You know, I feel like we got to touch screens and we're like kind of starting to get into holographic and like augmented reality tech a little bit now, but it's still not really usable or like feasible for everybody. But it's just been really weird. It felt like the touchscreen adaptation happened overnight and that innovation just took off, and we had a ton of tech developed around this one time period. And now it feels like everything is the same, but it's like, okay, let's put a slightly better camera on it. There's nothing like making waves. There hasn't really been a lot of huge developments lately. I mean, a foldable phone is kind of cool, but isn't that still, at the end of the day, it's just a normal smartphone? Like, better hop in war, dude. The fight will get down eventually. Don't worry about it. We still got however long. We still got plenty of time. Did I see your latest poll? I did not. I don't think so. Your exalted poll was rigged, though, man. There's no way that was real. That's got to be Photoshop. Everyone knows 7 stars are not in exalted crystals. You really need to unclutter it, dude. You might. What's crazy, like, I don't want to encourage hoarding or anything, but I mean that could accrue pretty good value in the future. You might want to hold on to it. Maybe you'll end up having something that's like ultra uber rare. Computers used to take up a whole room and use punch cards. Now it's in your pocket. Yep. Yep. All my teachers growing up that are like, you're never going to have a calculator with you 24/7. Oh, yeah? I won't, huh? I was a smart aleck, though, when they said that. I was like, yeah, I can show you a calculator watch right now. What if I just bring that with me everywhere I go? It's a watch. And they'd go, Never had a good answer. Little did they know we would just have them on our phones. Dude, that's so rigged. I have never once gotten a 7-star from an exalted. I'm convinced they're not real. It's off season? Well, yeah, dude, we got to bring the heat in off season, though. We can't get caught slacking. We got to keep working out our war muscles, you know? But yeah, what's crazy, I mean, if you believe we went to the moon, is like seeing what the computer that allegedly sent us to the moon looked like. It's just a bunch of gigantic towers, basically, man. And you could run that entire thing off of like a graphing calculator now, like the more high-tech ones. You could probably do, and I don't know this for sure, you could probably do all the calculations necessary to fly to the moon off of one of those touch screen ordering things at McDonald's. Like, legit. That's how far tech has come. It's bananas. And now we have generative AI, which is honestly kind of garbage and inaccurate. But once it gets really good, that's going to be crazier. Like, technology, I mean, it's picking up a little bit. I will admit it. But I do wonder if, oh my gosh, so many different ways we could take this conversation. I do wonder if AI will kind of like kill any sort of innovation in our bodies. Because like, you already see it in school. People just want AI to write their essays for them or like do their homework for them. People are just going to forget how to think for themselves and innovate and create. Even though the argument for AI is the opposite, I don't think that's... People are just lazy. I know I am. I like to find the easiest way to do things. But who knows? It'll be really interesting to see where technology is 20 years from now. Maybe we'll be actually like plugged into MCOC. We'll finally be doing the fights ourselves. No more swipe, tap, tap, tap. It'll be jab, jab, block, special attack. That would be cool, dude. If this game lasted long enough for like full dive virtual reality. Oh my gosh. Gotta get my money's worth, baby. Okay, there's that arena done. You glad you took Deathless Shield? I still need to take mine out for a spin. No count Nefaria? That'll be your reward from 9.3, dude. You just have to believe. Do I have Mysterium? I do. Oh, here we go. I can prove to you right now 7 stars are not in exalted crystals. Have a good night, Lee. Yeah, don't drive distracted. Thank you for the reminder, man. Thanks for dropping in. All right. Let's see if we can get lucky, chat. See if we can get lucky. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, 5-star Yelena. It's pretty lucky. Ooh, 5-star Scarlet Witch. It's pretty huge. That bodes very well, guys. I have a good feeling. Let's make sure I don't have anything else. It's been a little bit until, or since I've looked at my crystals on my alt account. This is my main account. I have a 7-star Nexus? When the crap did I get that? All right, I guess we're going to open a 7-star basic Nexus. Man, I've neglected my main account, apparently. Okay, that's cool. Huh. That had to have been from Banquet, right? I'm not sure how else I would have got one. Yeah, it had... Well, no, it would have been from Coliseum, huh? Yeah, that was from Solo Coliseum. I forgot about that milestone. That's cool. Oh, Coliseum. Yep. Yep, Elijah, you got it. I forgot about that mode entirely. Okay, well, we're definitely popping that puppy open tonight for sure. We're going to get Spider-Ham, I think. Okay, that should be it. We got Titans. We're not opening a Titan. And then we are not close to a basic. Okay, so we just need to get scammed on... Oh my gosh, we have a 7-star Awakening gem? Let's open this really quick. Science? 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 Nope, Cosmic. Close though. Who do I awaken for Cosmic? We'll look after this. Okay, well, look, I will get absolutely scammed. Save 10? No, dude, we just live to gamble. We can't save crystals. Not unless they're Titan crystals. We gotta open them, man. We gotta open them. All right, since the next crystal is a Nexus, I'll have you guys guess on this one. So go ahead in the chat, guys. Type below or side, whatever the crap. I don't know where your chat is. Type which champion you think I'll pull from this. You don't have to get the rarity correct, but if you get the champion correct, you will get your very own Crisp High 5, which is the biggest honor on the channel that I can offer. I almost said challenge. I am having a hard time speaking tonight. Anyway, get your guesses in, guys. I'm going to go use the Banyo real quick, and I shall return. Once I get back, we will crack this puppy open and see which non 7-star we get. Guys, see what you guys are cursing me with. Gamora, Beast. Oh my gosh. Beast. I guess I could get Beast as a 6-star? Or I don't know if he'd even be in this crystal. Maybe. I don't know. Squirrel Girl, Omega Sentinel, Misty. By the way, guys, just a quick reminder, if you do like the stream, please do drop a like and subscribe if you're not already. If you're over on Twitch, make sure to hit that follow button. You can subscribe too, but that costs money. So don't do it unless you want to. There are some pretty cool emotes. Pretty cool dill pickle themed emotes, I'm just saying. Anyway, will this be the first 7-star? Nope. I told you. I told you. It's not real. You guys try to convince me that there are 7-stars in here. There's not. There's not. They don't exist. They don't exist. I tried, dude. I tried to like put it out there so I would have to eat my words and be humbled by it, but I'm not. They just 7-stars are not in there. It says they are, they're not. All right? They're not. They're just not. When it comes to AI, empowerment is the pitch, but dependency is the business model. Best advice to do the hard things, write it yourself and experience. Like, yeah, I agree, Lee. That's great advice. The only thing I usually use AI for is if like I genuinely don't have an idea how to do something, I'll have it give me a suggestion, or I'll write something myself and then have it maybe give me advice on how I could like make it better or spell check it for me, or, you know, check it basically. Lock in, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't spin it hard enough. My bad, dude. My bad. It's because I don't pop. Dude, you guys have said that before, though, and I've like popped crystals and gotten nothing. It's all just luck of the draw. Okay, at least give me something good from this, though, right? At least give me something good. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I'll take Voodoo. Okay, that's good though. I'll take that. I like Dr. Voodoo a little bit. I'd like to learn how to play him now that he's been changed. And it's a brand spanking new champion, so I'm down for that, dude. That's good. That's a good pull. I like that. Whew. At least we didn't finish on a like triple, like an awful Nexus. That does ease my pain and suffering just a little bit. Voodoo is kind of fun. At the end of the day, it's a new champion, and I play the crap out of Arena, so it's always good to have new Arena champions. Always good, and it's good to have new EQ champions as well, or potential Elder difficulty champions. Voodoo can do some cool stuff, though. He has pretty good power control from what I understand and I've heard. I haven't personally witnessed it, but I have heard that he is pretty good in that department. So I'll have to look into it, though. Which Mystic Relic could I give him? Let me see. I've a 6. I have one on my hood. I have one on my 6-star long shot. I think I'll take this one off my 5-star and I'll put this on Dr. Voodoo. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Unbind. Select Dr. Voodoo. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad I got a new champion. It's like we were talking about it earlier, but I do have like a vast majority of champions already. And it's at the point where most of the time now I'm opening a duplicate champion. So it's really disheartening. But yeah, I mean, you look, I only have in the basic pool for science. I don't remember if She-Hulk's in the basic pool or not. Anyway, just like a small handful in this class. As far as skill goes, I'm missing just like a couple. I'm missing like no skills that are in the basic at least. Almost. And then mutant, I'm pretty dang good on. I have a lot of mutants. The only one I would be missing that's in the basic is Nightcrawler and Omega Red. Like, it's very hard for me to get new champions. I'm surprised that I'm missing a lot of cosmics, actually. This might be my most empty class, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I might be missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm missing the most cosmics. As far as like 7 stars I can actually get from a basic crystal. Yeah. Wow. So like my roster is pretty fleshed out right now, actually. Now, looking at Cosmic, who would I want to awaken? Dude, I got an awakening gem. Angela is the obvious choice. Angela is the move, I think. Yeah, I don't even think I need to really think about it. I think I just awaken Angela. I could even Sig 200 her since I got all the Sig stones, because all of my like super baller cosmic champions are awakened already. Null is good to awaken too. I just don't find myself using him that much in the first place. Yeah, I got a cosmic awakening gem, Elijah. When's the next friendly battlegrounds? Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. That's a good question. I'll think about it. That would be a good donation incentive, I think. Maybe like next week or in a couple weeks. We'll do one again sometime soon, though. Corvus? I wouldn't use Corvus. I don't think he's as useful as a 7-star anymore. God of the Abyss would be disappointed. I know he would, man. I know. Also, you're 933 now, which was my prediction. Yeah, I'll probably awaken Angie. I might sit on it a little bit longer. We could go for the ultimate flex, though, you guys. Max Sig Thanos. And awaken him. Dude, I wonder if some people would brain fart in Battlegrounds if I took him to rank 4 and they would think he was the deathless Thanos. I wonder how tanky he would be at rank 4 with Max Sig, because he reduces base attack by 40% at Sig 200. I want to know what that looks like. Is that actually like sizable enough that he could be a defender? I don't know. First rank 5. You're way too late. Yeah, unfortunately, Nick. Yeah, I think we're probably about to wrap it up for the stream today. We got the bigger arena done, which is kind of what I wanted to get done today. Tomorrow, however, though, we will probably hop in to the side quest and we'll grind that out a little bit. We'll probably do every difficulty and then we'll go from there. We'll see if we want to keep farming it for rhino fights or if we don't want to. We'll just kind of play it by ear. If not, we'll probably do all the difficulties and then play some arena. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Ooh, diamond 5. And then at one point, probably next week, because we will not be live on Friday. Just a reminder to you guys. I mentioned it earlier. I'm giving you a heads up. I'll be live tomorrow, but not the day after. And I will remind you again tomorrow, just so you do not forget. I will not even be home. So we will not be streaming on Friday. Must be really tired if I'm considering Thanos. I actually feel decently awake. I do feel a little tired though. I feel it coming on for sure. Does he have any debuffs? I think only if he hits you with a special. I don't think he inflicts them naturally. You're gonna get forget on Friday and rage when I don't stream. You know what I could do? I should try and set up a computer program to go live for me, and then I can just play my Fortnite video on repeat. That would be funny. That honestly, that would probably just randomly end up being my most popular stream. It would be something dumb like that would happen. I need to claim these. I've been bad at logging into the web store lately. Okay. Anyway, I'm stalling. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support every single day that we are live. Thank you, people that dropped in on Twitch, however briefly. Appreciate you guys. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. We have a fantastic community that we built up. We love MCOC most of the time. No, it's a good game. I love it. And we have a good community. So if you want to join our Discord server, the link to that is in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click the subscribe button, do all that fun stuff the YouTubers tell you to do so that you don't miss their content. And I am going to take off and go to bed. So have a good rest of your night, guys, or a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. Give yourself a crisp high five, and I will catch you in the next one, which happens to be tomorrow.